Hey guys, Toast here. Gears of War 4 is out, and while the game itself is pretty great overall so far, I want to talk about some initial impressions with Horde Mode 3.0. Horde Mode 2.0 in Gears of War 3 was my absolute favorite feature of the game, and one that a close friend of mine and I sank a lot of time into. It's a great cooperative, non-campaign experience that gives you the opportunity to really do some amazing things as individual players during the normal waves, but also come together as a force to be reckoned with against the boss waves. Horde Mode 2.0 from Gears of War 3 is ultimately what sold me on the purchase of Gears of War 4. So far, it seems that Horde Mode 3.0 is improved in many ways that take the enjoyment and mechanics of the previous game and elevate them to a new and interesting level. Now, they haven't really done much that we haven't seen in other multiplayer games outside of the series, but they have made some significant strides in this particular mode that I'm pretty excited about. First off, the progression. Now, in addition to being able to select your character, you also get to select a class and up to 5 traits or skills depending on your overall level. The classes vary pretty significantly, for example Heavy, who focuses on heavy weapons to deal massive damage, but at the cost of limited ammo and mobility with some of the weapons, to the Scout class, whose purpose is to make collecting power more rewarding by receiving a multiplier to it if it's collected during combat. Power, by the way, is the new form of currency, and instead of being instantly granted upon killing an enemy, it's now picked up by running over it, but more on that shortly. The skills are class-specific upgrades that you can equip as you level up your class to make you more effective on the battlefield. It gives you the motivation to keep moving forward and keep playing either with the class that you want to focus on, or all of the classes to build a super soldier capable of finishing off all 50 waves of enemies. I've found myself wanting to main the Heavy class for the time being, especially if I'm only playing with 1 or 2 other people, but that could very well change in the future. Instead of having pre-placed fortifications that you spend money on, the game now provides you with a fabricator at the beginning of the round. This is a large box that's used to generate the fortifications that you wish to place. You're required to place the fabricator somewhere on the map where it'll remain, and once placed, the countdown timer will begin for the first round. As you collect power from fallen enemies, you'll want to bring it back to the fabricator and deposit it. All funds are shared in a general pool that players can use to purchase the fortifications. This adds a new retrieval facet to the game, meaning that in order to build some of the larger or more important fortifications, you have to venture out into the battlefield more often to ensure you can pick up enough power for it. There are still multiple difficulty settings: casual, normal, hardcore, and insane, and each offers a significantly more challenging experience. Honestly, even playing my first game on casual, there were times I found myself being overrun by enemies. Now granted, I hadn't really played a Gears game in some time, but it's still interesting to see that even casual with 2 players was able to pose somewhat of a challenge. The higher the difficulty level you choose, the greater the number of points you'll receive, and the faster you'll ultimately upgrade your classes and skills as well as unlock new ones. Did I also mention gun camos? There's a lot of them for each of the guns in the game, and many of them look pretty freaking cool. I imagine I'll be spending quite a bit of time trying to unlock them, which is done through spending in-game currency on gear packs. You can also break down skins for scrap and use the scrap to build other skins, which range in price and scrap yielded based upon their rarity level. I do have one gripe so far, and this is more of a problem with the distribution platform for the game than the game itself. Windows Store absolutely sucks when it comes to ease of use. Patches needed downloading that I was never informed about, the patch process was seemingly stalled despite continuing to install in the background, and more related specifically to the Horde mode, in order to invite friends you had to go through the Xbox app for PC. It can't be done entirely in the game itself. These are small gripes, but they definitely dampened my experience slightly overall. As an overall first impression, Horde Mode 3.0 seems like it's really going to keep my attention for quite some time. I love games that reward you with progression for PvE modes, as you may have noticed from my Rainbow Six Siege terrorist hunt video, and this game gives me that same feeling of wanting to continually push forward to unlock more and more. Maybe I'm a sucker for this kind of progression in a game, but if it works, it works. Now, have you guys played Horde Mode 3.0 yet? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more content, please subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Toast, and I'll talk to you soon.